right, let's talk about this package. This package contains the BelFone TD950. This is the flagship radio of BelFone. Now this radio is specifically designed to work in the most harsh conditions. Let's open the box first and let's see what's exactly in the box. This carton box contains the programming cable. It contains, of course, a operating manual, and the BelFone radio is nicely packed into this carton box with some plastic around it. So we got a strap here and of course the antenna. This carton package contains the charger and a very nice clip, and they call this the belt clip because it fits easy on the radio, on the device and on the belt. And of course the charger cable and the battery. So we got the programming cable, the manual, the stubby antenna, the radio itself, the charger cable, strap, battery and belt clip. Alright, that's enough, that's the unboxing. Let's talk about the radio. Let's talk about this device and how it really fits into the portfolio of BelFone. But also let's talk about the DMR technology, because this technology might probably fit your need as an end user. When we talk about critical communications, there are two things. There is mission critical communications and there is business critical communications. Now this is the flagship device for DMR Tier 3, which makes it an ideal radio for business critical communications. Now when we look at mission critical communications, there is a thin line. You know, there are a few technologies on mission critical, which is Tetra, that you can see in Europe, most dominantly the Middle East, and also some in Asia. You see P25 being used in the United States and in Australia, some in the Middle East as well. And you have PDT that's being used in China, that's a follow-up of MPT standard, and there's DMR. And some debate if DMR Tier 3 can be used for public safety, yes or no. Well, the fact is that some organizations definitely do use DMR Tier 3 as the way to go technology. For example, SWAT teams are using DMR communications to stay connected with each other during an operation. Public safety agencies are using DMR. Public transport agencies are using DMR. Airports are using DMR. There is the thing. What is exactly mission critical? How do you define mission critical communications? Well, these end users has chosen DMR Tier 3, which is the highest standards for DMR, to use DMR technology for their mission critical operations. And I understand why that is. Actually, most likely it has to do with the fact that the DMR standard has been made pretty much mature over the last few years. At IWC 2019 and PMR Expo 2019, the DMR Association did some presentations, and they were talking about the fact that the DMR standard has been matured over the last few years. So mature that it could compete against other technologies. Another reason, for example, is that the footprint of DMR is a little bit slightly different. The total cost of ownership is different than other technologies, and because of this, DMR fits often in a budget of many organizations. So I'm not going to debate if DMR can be used for business critical only or for mission critical. That's for the end user to decide. It's actually for me to talk about this flagship device of BelFone. Right now it's really very nice weather. It is nice sunshine outside, and when I spoke to BelFone, they said to me explicitly that the screen of the TD950 is much brighter than the TD930, and they told me to test this really intensively. So this is the radio. I'm going to take a look on how the screen performs in direct sunlight. It is a beautiful sunny day and it's perfect weather to test the screen of the TD930. Okay, let's check it out. When scrolling through the basic settings of the device, I can go into power levels, I can go into language, and then Backlight, well, that is the one I want to choose. Everyone want to see the brightness of the screen, and it shows LCD backlight on and keypad backlight on. What I will do is I'll turn them on both, and then I'm going to take a look how easy it is to view the screen with direct sunlight on it. Okay, that's set. Okay, so there's the sun, and I can see very clearly the menu of the screen. Okay, good job, BelFone. Alright, that was the test of the brightness of the screen during direct sunlight, and I was actually pretty much surprised about the results. The screen is very bright even when the sun is directly shining into the screen, so that means easy operation during bright sunlight days. Alright, so the radio is specially designed for DMR tracking systems such as the BelFone ETX, the enhanced tracking system, and BTX, the basic built tracking system. The radio is a powerful IP68 full duplex portable terminal, which is widely used in a number of vertical markets like police, fire, ambulance, defense, SWAT teams, public transport, utilities, mining, and so on. And it has all of the features you might expect from such a radio, like built-in Bluetooth, versatile encryption, and rich applications. It goes a little bit too far to discuss all of these specs about the radio, but I wanted to highlight the following specifications that could make a difference for your operations. And these features are the powerful 1.77-inch 320x240 IPS display that is clearly visible when using the radio in direct sunlight. Also end-to-end encryption, which is extremely important for those end users in the public safety environment. Text-to-voice, 2 time slots in DMO, priority-based interruption, and man-down lone worker features that we also have seen in the previously reviewed TD950 radio. Well, wait a minute, I just talked about the Bluetooth functionality of the radio. This is not standard, it's offered as an option. However, I wish BelFone made this as a standard feature, as nowadays Bluetooth is widely used amongst critical communications end users, and as many accessories are now offered with Bluetooth capability, you cannot get around it. So where this radio really stands out is the so-called DSP, the Digital Signal Processor. DSP was designed in-house to enhance voice quality. So what you see with other manufacturers is that they often purchase DSP from a third party. Only the large two-way radio communications manufacturers are integrating in-house developed DSP. It actually says something about the aspiration of BelFone in the communications playing field. Okay, when I talked about the DMR association a few minutes back, I talked about the new features that were added to the standard. So these features are transmit interrupt for emergency preemption, talk group attachment, and subscription services, as well as voice and data encryption. And in the line of this, I would like to talk about another great feature of this radio. The end-to-end encryption of the TD950 also supports third-party encryption using TF or T-Flash or microSD card. Where other manufacturers are offering an option board for encryption, BelFone offers this flexible encryption solution. Furthermore, on the security side, we also see the RAC4 and AES-256 encryption technology that ensures that your communications are private and safe. And then we have the full duplex call support that support enhanced communications efficiency. This incorporates groundbreaking full duplex call technology to allow both ends communicating simultaneously. And there is something more actually. BelFone markets this radio as a radio with superior quality according to the MIL standard, and with a 300 mAh battery it supports 17 hours under digital mode communications. So the radio is ideally suited for operations during long shifts without the need to charge the radio or to take spare batteries.